Nodding your head while talking or asking a question will make the other person more inclined to agree with you. Studies have also shown that people who dress well feel better about themselves and are generally happier. Presentation matters. Be it a work presentation or your own appearance, the presentation is an important factor. You should always dress and prepare according to the occasion. If someone makes eye contact with you for 60% of a conversation, they're bored, 80% and they're attracted to you, and 100% of the time, then they are threatening you according to study. Positive body language is easier to fake and control than negative body language. For example, if you are scared or repulsed by something, you may lurch backwards. However, if you want to pretend to be happy or interested in someone, smiling and using open gestures are relatively easier to fake. Boredom has a bright side. Bored people are often looking for ways to do good things, as the entertainment bores them and does not bring meaning to their lives. Your height is generally determined by your father. Intelligence, emotional strength, and body shape is determined by your mother. Sometimes, the thing you most want doesn't happen. And sometimes, the thing you never expect to happen, does. The best way to learn is to teach. If you're acquiring a new skill or piece of knowledge, bore someone else with it at the first opportunity you get. Crossed legs are one of the most attractive female positions. And if a woman is playing with her shoe, she is trying to draw your attention to her legs. This gesture indicates that a woman is calm and relaxed. Hospital patients seem to revive better when they get to look at pastoral scenes instead of brick walls. It triggers an inborn secure feeling of survival with food, water, and land available. To plant a seed of idea in someone's mind, ask them not to think of a particular thing at all. Let's say I ask you to not think about elephants. What are you thinking of? Winky face. When people like someone and want to make contact with them, they usually lean forward. In this position, the legs can be motionless, but the body moves forward intuitively. Good and firm eye contact will include you on the likable people list. Walking in new or open places helps your brain to think about new ideas rapidly. Cheaters tend to think everyone cheats. Liars tend to think that everyone lies. Keep that in mind. This is in relation to experiential intelligence. It refers to the street smartness of people. It is helpful to remember that not all gestures are universal. While in some places burping at the table may be considered a bad matter, in some cultures, burping is taken as a compliment by the cook. Getting and keeping someone's attention and attraction is believed to have more to do with body language and tone and speed of your voice rather than things that you say. When rewards are unexpected, there are better chances of good performance next time. Everyone you meet has something to teach you. Pretending not to care is the habit of someone who does care the most. Always go with the choice that scares you, because that is what is going to help you grow. Appearance plays an important role even when voting during elections. Maturity and physical attractiveness of politicians were most important for voters' choice, unconsciously, of course. Every human being dreams, except in cases of extreme psychological disorder. If you think you are not dreaming, you just forget your dreams. People who make the first move will be more attractive and easily get attracted by others. Cuddling strengthens the frontal lobe of the human brain, the region of the brain responsible for how you react to emotional stress. In fact, making mistakes adds to your experience, and you learn not to repeat them again. People are generally more honest when physically tired. This is why people confess things during late-night conversations. Placebos can be as good as real treatments. Not all risks are the same. The same person can fearlessly jump with a parachute, but be afraid of his boss, or to train tigers, but feel embarrassed when talking to a pretty woman. At the handshaking time, if a person takes your wrist with their free hand, they are showing that they can be trusted. This is known as glove handshake. Smart people are more likely to think they're not smart. Numerous factors can contribute to personality disorders. If someone leans on the back of their chair, they show that they are tired of the conversation. Perhaps they feel uncomfortable in the presence of the other person. Putting feet on the desk gesture may express a lot of things: bad manners, disrespect, trying to show who the boss is, or even that the person cares about their own health. Psychologists believe that if you feel comfortable in this position, you shouldn't rest like this. Use mirroring body language when talking to somebody. I've used this in interviews and have had great outcomes. Copying someone else's gestures in a subtle way makes you more understanding and likable. People sometimes touch others with their free hands at times of handshaking. They can touch the forearm, the elbow, or the back of the other person. Such an invasion of private space means that a person lacks communication. The closer the touch to the torso, the more the person needs company. Overthinking puts you at a higher risk for a mental breakdown. Listen carefully to how a person speaks about other people to you. This is exactly how they will speak about you to other people. The difference between terror and horror is that terror occurs in anticipation of the horrifying experience, while horror occurs after. Never stop learning, because life never stops teaching. There is a disease where you eventually stop sleeping and then die. There is no cure. The saddest thing about betrayal is that it never comes from your enemies, it comes from those you trust the most. A woman tends to play with her hair and lips, and if you are sat near her engaged in conversation, she will tend to point her feet at you or her legs, knees, or point them away if she is not that keen.